Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to TWF TL Week 3, the magazine show which goes over the events of the third week of the TWF. Boy, we've got some matches for you today. We will see a tag team match between the New Age Outlaws and Test and Albert, or their tag team known as TNA. We will see Terry Funk take on Eric Young in a single men's match. In another singles men's match, we will see DiBiase take on Owen Hart. We will also see another singles match in Bray Wyatt against Paul Orndorff. The women's four-way bout this time will be Charlotte Flair against Tori Wilson and Debra making up the last number. And finally, in our main event, who's next? Goldberg is next. He takes on Doink the Clown. Let's take a look at our first match then, which is a tag match between the New Age Outlaws and Test and Albert. This will be an interesting one. Let's see who comes out on top. Let's have a look at those highlights.
See, here's the thing, Test is very tall, those scoop slams do matter. Nice rib breaker there from Billy Gunn. And another backbreaker there. Billy Gunn really using all of his wrestling moves there, and was repaid with a low shot in kind. Oh, what's this? Lovely jackhammer suplex from Billy Gunn. Goes in for the pin. But Test was able to kick out at 2. Oh, wow. What a car wreck. Bodies laying about the ring. Albert's the only one left standing on the outside there, but Road Dogg's back up now. And tagged in. Test is worn out. Billy Gunn is worn out. Test needs to make that tag, but he goes to the powerbomb pin on Road Dogg, but Billy Gunn was able to stop that pin. I think all the wrestlers now are so tired that anyone who gets a valid cover might just take it. Lovely big boot from Test. And Test wins the match.
Test and Albert winning the match then and going through to the next stage of the Tag Team Championship tournament. Bit of a shock there. I had my money on the New Age Outlaws. There we go.
Our next match is Bray Wyatt against Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. A bit of a weird matchup, but then again it doesn't come any weirder than Bray Wyatt. Let's have a look at the highlights. Paul Orndorff is still upright though, and another backbreaker to Bray. Exploding again though. And a lovely backdrop from Orndorff. Bit of a move in desperation. He's able to get back to his feet. And that was a lovely strong strike from Wyatt. Could this be the end now? Bray signalling the end. And another strong strike. Sister Abigail to Orndorff. Is this enough? He's gone for the cover. Bray Wyatt has put... So Bray Wyatt goes through to the next round.
The next match on the card was Terry Funk versus Eric Young. We have the classic veteran hardcore superstar on one side against the outcast Eric Young on the other side. Who will come out on top in this one? Bit of a tricky call. Let's take a look at the highlights.
And we've got the third powerbomb from Eric Young on Terry Funk. Will that keep him down? No, it will not. Terry Funk still managed to kick out there just before the 3. Eric Young reversed that suplex though, and Eric Young's going up top for a leg drop. A solid punch there. And a pile driver from Funk, the veteran of the ring, with a veteran move right there. Wow. Mr. Hardcore going in with the headbutts there. And this time he's going back to that spinning toe hold on the other leg this time. He's really trying to take out all of the power out of Eric Young's legs there. Eric Young, though, with a Death Valley driver, that looks like. But Funk got up from that. Wow. Eric Young, powerbomb again on Funk. Is that enough to put him away? No, it is not. Funk still kicks out. There's still life in the old dog yet. And a solid punch to send Young down. Look at those strikes and look at that left hook right there. Terry Funk going for the pin. Terry Funk taking out Eric Young.
The veteran, Mr. Hardcore, comes out on top. Terry Funk goes through to the next phase for the men's championship. Let's take a look then at our next men's single match, which pictures Ted DiBiase against Owen Hart. This could be a bit interesting on the card. You've got the master technician in Owen Hart, and of course the $1 Million Man. Who knows what tricks he's got up his sleeve. Let's take a look at the highlights.
Money indeed. I don't understand what's going on here. We have a new referee, Guy Fieri. What's Guy Fieri doing in the ring? Guy Fieri is the mayor of Flavortown. He is not a wrestling referee. How is he in the ring? I don't understand what's going on. And wow, driving DDT there from Owen Hart to Ted. Wait, Virgil? What's Virgil doing here? Virgil's not a TWF superstar. Virgil's not signed any contracts. For those who don't know, Virgil is the valet of Ted DiBiase. So hang about. We've got Guy Fieri, a completely new referee in the ring, not Mr. Judgment, who's been all the time so far, as he went as Ted DiBiase went for the pin there. Guy Fieri was very quick to react there. And see, with the Boston Crab, Guy Fieri's just on it, asking Owen to give up. I suspect foul play here. That sends $1 Million Man to the corner. Oh wow, that was a lovely little power slam from Ted DiBiase to Owen Hart. He goes for the cover. And he was so close to getting that 3 count on Owen Hart. Whoa! Whoa! Owen Hart just sends $1 Million Man to Guy Fieri. Guy Fieri's cut open. He applied the sharpshooter. The ref could not react. And the $1 Million Dream on Owen Hart. The ref's back up, albeit bloodied. Oh, and he's down again. Guy Fieri is down again. This time Owen Hart charging into the ref. And $1 Million Man reversed that suplex. Ted DiBiase kicks out. Or what is it? Was it a slow pin? You tell me. Guy Fieri has been knocked 2 times to the mat now. As Owen puts in the sharpshooter, Ted DiBiase still not tapping out. Ted DiBiase with the roll up there, the small package. No, still no winner. $1 Million Man with that power driver though to Owen Hart. But he's not able to take advantage. $1 Million Dream, no, it's the slam instead. Ted DiBiase goes for the cover. And he gets the cover.
What a bizarre match. We have seen Guy Fieri appear as a referee, and then we saw Virgil appear out of nowhere. Virgil is of course the valet to Ted DiBiase. Both of those characters are not signed with the TWF. They do not belong in the arena. News in about that match. Apparently Guy Fieri was hired by Ted DiBiase, and although Virgil is not contracted to TWF, he was paid to be there by Ted DiBiase. Now, word from the TWF president, Paul Whitechurch, who says that because the referee was Guy Fieri, it was not an official TWF officiated match, therefore Ted DiBiase will not go through to the next stage of the men's tournament. Instead, he has been disqualified from the tournament completely. So no one from that match progresses through to the next stage of the tournament. Wow. Only here will you see those kind of crazy antics at TWF. Let's get back to a bit of normality then with the women's four-way dance. This time we've got Charlotte Flair against Tori, against Torrie Wilson, against Debra. Who will win in this match? Let's take a look at the highlights.
Nice chop from Flair. As Charlotte goes for the exploding suplex again, and Torrie with the inverted suplex on Torrie Wilson. Another chop to Debra. And Torrie Wilson goes for a backslide on Charlotte Flair, but Charlotte was able to get to the ropes. Tori Wilson with a roll up, but again too close to the ropes. Charlotte with a woo as Debra sends Tori to the outside. And a hard slap from Debra to Tori Wilson. And Charlotte Flair has a leg breaker to Tori as Debra's going off for a run by herself. And those repeated chops from Flair to Wilson. And repeated chops this time to Debra. And a slap from Debra, hard slap from Debra to Charlotte Flair. Tori with that inverse suplex. And Charlotte Flair with those chops to Tori Wilson. It's still quite fairly even as 20 minutes go. There is no time limit in this match because we need a winner. Swinging neckbreaker from Tori Wilson to Tori. She goes for the cover. Whoa! What an upset!
Wow, who expected that? Certainly not me. I expected Charlotte Flair or even Tori. But Tori Wilson actually got the win in this match and she goes through to the next stage of the Women's Championship tournament. What a crazy week. And next we have our final match of the evening, the main event, and also the last match for the first round of the singles men's TWF Championship qualifying matches. Who's next? Goldberg. And he goes up against Doink the Clown. Bit of a mismatch on the cards if you ask me, but let's take a look at the highlights.
Blowing heavy artillery at each other. But the question is, who's suffering the most as Goldberg is set up for a superplex from the second rope which hits. Goldberg is not in a good shape right now. Doink hits that atomic drop. And again puts that weird hold on. The weird leg lock. And Goldberg with the power slam. Goldberg with the third spear to Doink. And pump handle drop. I thought we were going to see the jackhammer there for a second. But Doink was able to come back into the match. Goldberg's still in command. Are we going to see it? No, we're not. Oh, and another low blow from Doink to Goldberg. And again with that lead lock. Wow. Doink is surviving this match. We've got less than 4 minutes to go on the clock. We need to find a winner. Otherwise, if it's a draw, both of these people will not go through to the next phase of the men's championship tournament. And you got to think, Jawbreaker, you got to think that Goldberg has his eyes on that prize. Goldberg, jackhammer, pin. He gets the pin. Goldberg wins the match and goes through to the quarterfinals for the men's championship belt.
Goldberg going through then to the next stage. He is the last person to go through to the next stage of the men's championship tournament. So with that said, let's take a look then at what's on the card for next week. It's the Go Home Show, week 4, before the Super Show Crowning Glory, which is the day after. So we've got a bit of a bumper show next week. We'll see Becky Lynch take on Emma, take on Eve and Joy. We will also see another women's four-way dance with Victoria against Sasha Banks, against Sharmell Sullivan and Taryn Terrell. We will also see the quarterfinals of the men's championship tournament. Can it be as crazy as this week? Who knows? Tune in. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely day.